Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a peek outside that weather window. And once again, just a fantastic winter day here in north central Washington. This camera is the Rood Canyon camera that we have up near Waterville. You can see Waterville right there in the center of your screen. And look at all of that blue sky. And all of us enjoyed that around the area today. And I'll tell you what, we talked about it on Monday even. This weather is going to continue the rest of this week. So our pattern looks great today right through Friday, and I'm telling you, most of Saturday as well. We'll see high temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 40s, with lows mainly what we should see this time of year, mid to upper 20s. And then for Saturday, things begin to change late in the day. We'll see increasing clouds Saturday, a 60% chance of rain overnight Saturday, and it will be a wet one once again on Sunday. But until then, boy, enjoy this beautiful late winter weather. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The driver who rolled his minivan Sunday on Malaga-Alcoa Highway is now charged with DUI. A $1.2 million judgment in a serious Quincy school bus crash won't be overturned despite misconduct by the plaintiff's lawyers. And a higher court says the Royal City man who pleaded guilty to a workplace murder can withdraw his plea. But first, we begin tonight. Douglas County Sheriff's deputies say a Kent man sexually abused a local child starting when she was 8 years old. Thomas Benjamin Knowles was charged last week with 3 counts of first-degree child rape and ordered to appear by summons. The child, now 12, told investigators the assaults happened while Knowles visited her East Wenatchee home. He was between 14 and 16 years old at the time. Knowles has no prior felony record in Washington and has not been jailed. He must make his first appearance March 9th in Douglas County Superior Court. Well, the driver who rolled his minivan Sunday on Malaga-Alcoa Highway is now charged with DUI. Sheriff's deputies say Matthew David Eddings of Malaga rolled the 1993 Astrovan about milepost 11 of the highway south of Wenatchee. That was about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday. Eddings, who's 35 years old, got treatment for his injuries at Central Washington Hospital and allegedly gave a breath sample showing a blood alcohol level of 0.357. That's more than 3 times the legal limit. Deputies booked him into the Chelan County Jail, where he was released on Tuesday morning after his first court appearance. A $1.2 million judgment in a serious Quincy school bus crash won't be overturned despite misconduct by the plaintiff's lawyers. That's the ruling from the Court of Appeals today after the Quincy School District appealed the jury award from a lawsuit over the 2012 rollover accident. 36 children were hurt and one family sued over injuries to 3 of their kids, one of whom received serious spinal injuries. During trial back in 2017, the family's attorneys inappropriately read text messages to the jury sent by the children's doctor. The appeals court says despite that misconduct, the jury award will be allowed to stand. Well, a higher court says the Royal City man who pleaded guilty to a workplace murder can withdraw his plea. Eduardo Ibarro Valencia, who's 35, was sentenced 40 to 48 years after a plea agreement for the 2015 shootings at Callahan Manufacturing when one man died and another was wounded. He allegedly admitted to the shootings, which were caught on video. But a judge later found his sentence was improperly calculated, and the Court of Appeals ruled on Wednesday that withdrawing the plea was justified. He does remain in jail and faces a new trial in Grant County Superior Court to be scheduled later this month. Coming up next, the city of Cashmere has begun exploring options on what to do with 20 acres of property it owns along the Wenatchee River. Chelan County PUD commissioners on Tuesday approved a package of rate increases on electricity, water, wastewater, and wholesale fiber. And PUD commissioners also agreed to purchase a quarter-acre parcel of land, which is along the Wenatchee River near the new Old Station Service Center. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa's trade-in program. And with Blue Lagoon's home show pricing, you can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special for only $99. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today. Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Are you like many who are lacking in their retirement plan but are skeptical to talk to an advisor? Are you concerned about where you should put your money or who to trust? At Solomon Financial, we are more about the people we serve than policies or products. We are a fee-based fiduciary with the mission of giving you the peace of mind so you can live the retirement of your dreams. If you have any of these questions or concerns, we'd welcome you to come see us.
Welcome back. In another news, the city of Cashmere has begun exploring options on what to do with 20 acres of property it owns along the Wenatchee River that was once used for wastewater treatment lagoons. The city says the land in East Cashmere is now ready for redevelopment, and they want to know what the public thinks would be the best use. That process will start on March 2nd with a public meeting at the Riverside Center at 6 p.m. The city will then form a citizens advisory committee to study the options. How the city will fund any redevelopment is a key question. There also are concerns that access to the property is on a one-lane section of Riverfront Drive. There also is concern over what development of the site would mean for people who live in that area. Chelan County PUD commissioners on Tuesday approved a package of rate increases on electricity, water, wastewater, and wholesale fiber. For residential electric customers, it will mean an annual increase in their base charge of $1.75 beginning this June and continuing for the next 5 years. In all, the PUD estimates that average home electricity bill will increase from $55 a month to about $63.75 a month by the year 2024. The PUD proposed the rate increases in small portions over those years to avoid a bigger one-time jump in rates. It's the first time in 9 years the PUD has raised residential rates. The PUD's strategic plan identified substantial need for refurbishing and maintenance on its transmission and distribution systems and buildings. The first rate charges for commercial and industrial customers will kick in December 1st. In other news, also at Tuesday's meeting, PUD commissioners agreed to purchase a quarter-acre parcel of land that's along the Wenatchee River near their new Old Station Service Center. The PUD sees the purchase as a chance to later extend the Apple Capitol Loop Trail and then add public access to the shoreline. The PUD will pay $300,000 for the property, with closing to take place before March 5th. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
You want to help others. You need a solid career. You can have both with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, stop by our campus at 595 Grant Road across from Safeway or visit chartercollege.edu.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Douglas County Commissioners have put off until summer a decision on whether to open union negotiations to public view. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins says it's a proposal that set many county employees' teeth on edge.
It'd be really great, but I was just wondering if I could ask for some crowd participation. People in favor of this proposition in this room, please raise your hand. Those opposed?
It wasn't a binding vote, but the point was made. The 5 bargaining units that represent Douglas County public employees want to negotiate their contracts privately, as they've done for decades. The county's 3 elected commissioners want to hold their own vote on whether to open those contract talks to public view. At the end of a hearing Tuesday at the Douglas County Courthouse, the commissioners voted to hold off any decision until July 21st.
It's a lot to digest. I think it's actually more than we can digest today in one quick meeting.
Under a proposed resolution, Douglas County negotiating sessions would become public meetings, and salary and benefit proposals would be treated as public documents before any contract is ratified. Commissioners say it's in the best interest of taxpayers.
I think it's more of a sign of the times that we see coming this way. We're seeing these types of negotiations happening in various states, several counties within Washington state. And from a public official's position, I just like the idea of transparency.
Unions, including AFSCME and the Teamsters, represent more than 200 Douglas County employees, including administrative staff, sheriff's deputies, and highway crews. Members say the Douglas County initiative is part of a statewide effort to weaken unions' bargaining power.
This isn't accidental. It's not organic. It's driven by the Freedom Foundation. It's template policy legislation following the American Legislative Exchange Council. Your constituents didn't bring this your direction.
The Freedom Foundation, a well-funded Olympia nonprofit, has helped introduce similar draft legislation in small Washington cities, including Chelan. It's also promoted ordinances adopted in Lincoln, Kittitas, and Franklin counties, as well as the city and county of Spokane. The Lincoln County ordinance is the subject of a lawsuit that may reach the state Supreme Court.
The Freedom Foundation is taking on 100% of the litigation costs in Lincoln County as well. So at least that portion of the costs are not affecting Lincoln County. The litigation is fact-specific in Lincoln County, so regardless of whatever outcome does or does not come from the Lincoln County case, it may or may not have any impact on any other local government in the state.
In part, Sutton said, delaying the vote may allow more time for the Lincoln County court case to wrap up and give Douglas County more guidance. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. Before we get to those details, let's take a look outside our beautiful weather window today. This from a Rood Canyon camera that's up around the Waterville area. Here's Waterville right there in the middle of your screen, and look at all of the blue sky out there today. That is all courtesy of a large area of high pressure that's been parked out in the Pacific. It's been there since about Monday, and that's brought us a lot of those blue skies and nice mild temperatures. That trend will continue at least for just a couple more days. We'll talk more about that too. But today, high temperature, 44 unofficially. We may go a little bit higher than that. And that's just where we were yesterday, just a tick above where we should be for this time of year at 43 degrees. 23 is where we started this morning. 28 is our normal low temperature. 58, our record high. That was set back in 1965, a very old record. Kind of dating myself there. Record low 10 degrees, and that was set in 1986. No new precipitation, and boy, we really haven't seen any new precipitation in at least about 3 weeks, maybe even a month now. So we're stuck at 1.19 inches of precipitation since January 1st, and that is just about a half inch below where we should be for this time of year. Snowfall to date, that hasn't moved in a long time either, still at 11.2 inches. And keep in mind, our snowfall, that goes back to our winter season, which goes back to October 1st. Sunrise this morning right at 7 o'clock, and the sun will set right at 5:30 this afternoon. Let's take a look at what we can expect as we get into our Thursday and the latter part of our week. And steady as she goes as far as weather goes around north central Washington. Temperatures a lot like today, upper 40s, 48 for Moses Lake, 47 Ephrata, 44 down in Ellensburg, and 45 the high temperature tomorrow in Wenatchee. So a lot like we've been seeing. Lower 40s then for the upper elevations all the way up into Omak, which tomorrow will see a high temperature of 43. Surface loop tonight, not many clouds to show you. In fact, that high pressure right here in southern Wyoming is bringing a big ridge of high pressure over almost all of the western United States. Clear skies from the Dakotas all the way down into California. That's keeping this frontal boundary at bay as we get into Thursday. Expect mostly sunny skies. We will see light winds and mild temperatures. A few wispy clouds will move in, but temperatures on the beautiful side. We'll see mainly 45 to 55 degree temperatures throughout eastern Washington for Thursday. Friday, more warm temperatures, mostly sunny skies. We'll even see a little bit warmer temperatures as a nice flow of warm air moves our way. A few more clouds in the afternoon as well. That's because we are seeing an area of low pressure wrapping itself up and moving our direction just off the coast of Vancouver Island. There it is. It's going to kind of move into British Columbia, but it's also going to throw some showers our way as we get into Saturday night. A 60% chance for rain, and then a 60% chance for rain on Sunday too. Watch out for windy conditions. We could see winds about 15 to 25 miles an hour, and yes, a good chance for rain and even rain mixed with snow at times on Sunday. So it could be a wet, blustery day as we end our weekend on Sunday, but things will improve. Monday, back to that mostly sunny weather. It will be dry. Just a few clouds across the Pacific Northwest and into Montana. For Tuesday, mostly sunny and mild, and we will get back to that quiet weather pattern that we've been enjoying throughout almost all of January and into February. But there is a little storm system that may bring us some more rainfall as we get into the later part of next week. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Tonight's overnight low at 25 degrees, 45 your Thursday high temperature with light winds tomorrow. Friday, mostly sunny, a little bit warmer, and 47. Just a beautiful way to end our work week. And then it gets wet, especially late in the day and into our overnight hours for Saturday. 49 the high for Saturday. It'll be a rainy start to our Sunday with a 60% chance of rain, turning partly cloudy later in the day on Sunday. And then for Monday and Tuesday, very nice to start our next work week. Mostly sunny both days with 47 your high Monday and 46 on Tuesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper. I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. The Wenatchee Panther boys basketball team is moving on to the District 6 4A tournament after a 72-52 win over Moses Lake last night. Garrett Long scored 26 points to lead 4 players in double figures. Grant Olson had the call on the NCWLIFE channel.
Back the other way come the Panthers. Here's Blauman's shovel pass underneath Lloydhammer. Blauman, 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Panthers. Nice bit of dribbling for Blauman. Drives to the basket. Good. Long waves everyone off. Comes to the near wing and then takes the shot. Left open. 3. It's good. Creeping up on 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Blauman, far side left wing, looks for someone. Now comes back out Long. He's going to put up the NBA 3. Good. His third 3 of the night. Roylands tries to stay up with him, but he can't. Blauman's so quick underneath. There's Lloydhammer up and in. And into the hands of Blauman. Once again, great ball handler, head up at all times, looking all the way down court, coast to coast. Good. Bull now to Blauman. Karstetter comes out on him, man to man. It's a good matchup there. Blauman so quick and he can jump, layup. Good. How about that, Nathan Blauman? Just 5 points in this game. Blauman. Behind the back pass, underneath, no look, Lloydhammer, good. Here's Lucio, he's gonna put it up at the buzzer, short, no good. And that ends our ball game. Final score, Wenatchee Panthers 72 and the Moses Lake Chiefs 52.
Nathan, you ended up with 11 points on the night. You had 3 players in double figures. It was a well-rounded team effort tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought so. Everyone played pretty solid, especially offensively. Like, we looked in flow, like everything was working good. Guys were scoring, posting up, driving. It was a good all-around game offensively by, I think, our whole team.
So their best player, Kyle Karstetter, only 2 points the first half. He did score 7 in the fourth quarter, but what did you guys do to keep his point total down tonight?
Well, we tried to look on film about his tendencies and see what he likes to do. He likes to go off his left a lot, so we made sure we'd slide over, and be there and gap help and everything on D. So we were well prepared for him, and he had a good game, but I thought we did a good job on him and a good job on D.
Wenatchee will host Davis Thursday night at 6 after the Pirates knocked off Sunnyside last night 80-69. We'll have Thursday's game live on the NCWLIFE channel. Eastmont, meanwhile, will play at West Valley Thursday for the District 6 championship. Wenatchee girls season came to an end last night with a loss in the district play-in game at West Valley. 68-53 the final. West Valley hit 5 of its 10 three-pointers and a 24-point third quarter to put the game out of reach. Panthers were led by the 13 points from Christina Blauman and 12 from Emily Redmond. West Valley will move on to the district tournament and face Eisenhower Friday after the Cadets edged Davis 54-49 last night. Omak boys will move on to the Glue crossover games after a 63-50 victory over Okanagan last night at Eastmont High School. Pioneers and Casper Bulldogs await tonight's results of the Northeast A District Tournament to learn their opponents for Saturday. Omak will play the loser of tonight's district title game between Deer Park and Freeman. Casper will face the winner of Newport and Medical Lake. Both those games Saturday start at 5 o'clock. Okanagan girls won a close one over Omak to advance last night. 58-50 the final. That means the Bulldogs move on to the regional tournament and await seeding from the WIAA for its next game either February 28th or 29th. Brewster is the District 6 2B champion after a 70-48 win over Lake Roosevelt. That was at Lake Chelan Community Gym last night. And it was the Bears' second consecutive win over the Raiders and puts Brewster into the regional tournament. They'll play a crossover game against Kittitas either Friday or Saturday at Quincy. Lake Roosevelt will play Liberty Christian in the crossover game either Friday or Saturday. Other boys game last night saw Oroville beat Liberty Bell for third place 40-27. Hornets will face Columbia Burbank in the crossover game at Quincy while the Lions will face White Swan. Waterville-Mansfield ran its winning streak to 14 games last night with a 48-37 win over Brewster to claim the District 6 2B championship and marked the third time this season Shockers have beaten the Bears. Waterville-Mansfield will face Tri-Cities Prep either Friday or Saturday in Quincy. Brewster will take on Mabton in the glue crossover at Quincy. Lake Roosevelt placed third in the district tournament with a 62-48 win over Liberty Bell last night. The Raiders will face White Swan in Quincy either Friday or Saturday. Liberty Bell will play Columbia Burbank in Quincy. Well, the Yakima Sundome was the site for the next round of the District 5 2A tournament last night. Prosser ended Ephrata's season with a 75-52 victory. East Valley then edged Ellensburg 60-55. The Mustangs and Red Devils play tonight. In the girls' play of the Sundome last night, Toppenish slighted Sela 60-57 in the Viking season. Grandview surprised Prosser 41-34 to advance. Wildcats and Greyhounds meet tonight at 7 o'clock. Wenatchee Valley College plays its final home game of the regular season tonight to W.B. Smith Gymnasium. Lady Knights clinched a playoff spot with its win over Spokane last weekend and will host Big Bend. That game underway. Wenatchee Valley will wrap up the schedule Saturday at Treasure Valley and next Wednesday at Yakima Valley before the NWAC tournament begins. Washington State will host a rare Wednesday game at Frio Court when the Cougars host California tonight. Game tips at 7 on the Pac-12 network. Wenatchee Valley men also clinched playoff spot last Saturday with a win over Spokane. They'll wrap up the home part of the schedule tonight with Big Bend in town at 7:30. Knights then travel to Treasure Valley and Yakima Valley before beginning the NWACs in a couple of weeks. Seahawks improved their tight end position yesterday with the signing of free agent veteran Greg Olson, the three-time Pro Bowler and 13-year vet, is one of the top tight ends ever to play the position. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Olson signed a one-year, $7 million deal, $5.5 million guaranteed. Olson visited and negotiated with Buffalo and Washington, but said he went to Seattle because it made him feel most comfortable. Well, position players reported to spring training in Peoria yesterday for the Seattle Mariners. Manager Scott Service says he's excited to look around and see a bunch of young talent. They're preparing to take on San Diego Saturday in their first Cactus League game. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And finally tonight, East Wenatchee welcomed a new city council member last night. Sasha Sleeman, who's 32 years old, was appointed to the empty seat left when Jerelia Crawford won election as mayor. Sleeman works for Confluence Health and last year ran unsuccessfully for Eastmont School Board. She and former council member Dennis Hendricks were the only two applicants for that council position. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Thursday for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. During the conversation portion of my program, it is Steve Hare, our special news correspondent, who had the opportunity to sit down and have a chit-chat with Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett. The latest in North Central Washington law enforcement will be the topic. Plus, we'll have everything else you're used to. News, weather, sports, the obscure holiday today, and history birthdays. And Mike McNaughty has an opinion you might want to pay attention to. Join me live and local tomorrow morning right here at 7 a.m. for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with yours truly. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. We'll see you in the morning. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
This is Caitlin Hedersheet, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCW Life magazine right here on the NCW Life channel.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.